Hello everyone, welcome back to Code Builders. Today I'm going to show you how to create a stunning splash screen for your Flutter app. A splash screen is the first thing your users see when they open your app, so it's important to make a great first impression. First, let's create a new Flutter project. Open your terminal and type Flutter create splash_screen. Once the project is created, open it in your favorite code editor. I'm using Visual Studio Code. Next, we need to add an image for our splash screen. Place your image in the Assets folder. If the folder doesn't exist, create it. Then, update your pubspec YAML file to include the asset. Now, let's create a new folder called Screens under the lib folder, and inside it, create two new Dart files, Home Screen and Splash Screen. Now, let's create a stateless class called Home Screen in home_screen Dart. First, we have the scaffold widget. This is a top-level container that provides the structure for the visual interface. Next, we have the body property of the scaffold. This defines the main content of the screen. We're using a center widget to center its child horizontally and vertically within the available space. Inside the center widget, we have a text widget displaying the string home screen. This is a simple way to show text on the screen. Now that our home screen is set up, let's move on to the splash screen. For this, we'll create a stateful class called splash screen and splash_screen Dart. Just like our home screen, the splash screen also uses a scaffold widget to provide the basic layout structure. The body property of the scaffold contains a center widget. Inside the center widget, we use a column widget to arrange the image and text vertically. Let's break this down further. Column contains two children, an asset image, and text. The Asset Image widget is used to display an image from the assets. Here, we're loading an image named logo.png from the Assets Image folder. To set the width of the image, we first need to get the width of the screen. We do this using media query of context size width. This line of code gets the current width of the screen. We then set the width of the image to half of the screen width using width divided by 2, and use boxFit.cover to ensure the image covers the given space while maintaining its aspect ratio. Below the image, we have a size box widget with a height of 20. This adds some space between the image and the text. Finally, we have a text widget displaying splash screen with some styling. The text is set to a font size of 16 and made bold using fontweight.bold. Now, let's focus on the properties of the column widget. The main axis alignment and cross-axis alignment properties help in aligning the children's center within the column. Now, let's add the functionality to transition from the splash screen to the home screen. We'll create a method called loadSplashScreen. In this method, we use a timer to delay the navigation by 4 seconds. After the delay, we use navigator push replacement to replace the current screen with the home screen. This ensures that the splash screen is removed from the navigation stack. To call this method, we override the initState method of the stateful widget. The initState method is called once when the state is initialized. By calling loadSplashScreen here, we ensure that the timer starts as soon as the splash screen is displayed. Finally, let's move to the main.dart file. We need to clear the existing MyHomepage class and update the home property of the Material app to use the splash screen instead. We set the home property of the Material app to the splash screen widget. This means that when the app starts, the splash screen will be the first screen that the users see. Now that we've made all the necessary changes, let's hot restart the application to see our splash screen in action. As you can see, when the app starts, the splash screen is displayed with our logo and text centered on the screen. After 4 seconds, it automatically navigates to the home screen. And there it is, the home screen appears after the splash screen. Everything is working perfectly. Thank you for following along with this tutorial. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Flutter tutorials. Happy coding!